Hey everyone, Dan at Bushcraft. Well, welcome to the next volume in our series on the old school fanny pack survival kit. Video number 1, we did a loadout. Second video, we used our shelter kit to make shelter. And in the third one, we used the fire kit to make fire. And today we're using the water purification part of the kit, water gathering, to gather water. So I opened by just showing you guys what's in the kit. I mentioned and showed in the first video that I have the water filter and the CNOC water bag and little piece of surgical tubing, bandana, all in the fanny pack. And then I said you need to add some kind of a stainless steel water bottle or canteen to the kit, carry it on the belt, carry it in a shoulder pouch, but make it part of the kit. I showed my little shoulder bag that I wear, and it has the canteen and canteen cup inside it that I just showed you guys in the video. So I want to start out by showing you what we're looking at out here. So even though we have temperatures that have been dropping below freezing out here at night, and we have had a lot of rain, most of our bigger creeks and bigger streams are still dry for the most part. So what you'll find as you find these streams, and I'm walking right up the stream bed, is you'll find some places like we have right here in the shade where water is starting to gather and come up above ground again. So you can actually see right there the water is actually running. So, and then it's running back under the ground. It's not enough water for the creeks to fully start running again. But we do have some nice little pools like this. So we're going to use this pool. You can see it's drier up above there. And there's a few smaller pools below us. But we're going to use this nice big pool to use our water purification kit this morning and get some water. Okay, I've got a couple different options. If I'm just going to boil water, I can use my canteen cup, set my canteen cup right over a fire. If the water has a lot of junk in it, I can put my bandana over my canteen cup and scoop the water in and use it that way. I can also use my canteen cup to fill my CNOC bag if I need to. And our final option, and that's what I'm going to do this morning, is I can just use the bag itself to scoop water directly out of the stream. There's a little bit of debris in it, but not enough that I'm really going to worry about it. So what I'm going to do, see how I'm pinching that? I'm going to pinch this open like so. So I can just scoop water right into that bag. So let me get out here in the water and try not to get myself too wet. And there we go. So I've got myself just a little bit less than a liter of water here. I didn't get it quite filled all the way. My CNOC bag. And I have a piece of cordage that I keep attached to the top of that. This is that double overhand knot that I did a video on. I can slide this over a limb, hang this from a tree. I can shorten this up hanging off my belt, so I have extra water if I need to travel somewhere, and just convenient to have it there ready to go. So let's get the filter hooked up here. Pause you guys while I gather everything. So again, if you go back to the first video, you'll see the complete loadout, but I use the VersaFlow from Hydro Blue water filter. I've been using these for years out here in some of the dirtiest, nastiest, mud puddles and cattle drinking holes and things you can imagine. And it's never plugged, and I've never gotten sick, so it's done its job. I also keep a piece of surgical tubing in here. Blue side clean water, gray side dirty water. And I put the surgical tubing on this side. So if I hang this, say I hang it from a tripod or a tree branch or whatever, it just gives me a way to keep the water down inside, rather than maybe if it's hanging high and the wind or something moving it around, I'm not wasting water. So take your little CNOC bag. This is the 1 liter. They make a 2 liter, which I carry in my backpack, in my same kit in my pack, except for I have the 2 liter bag because size is restricted in the little fanny pack. I prefer to carry just the small 1 liter. So gray is the dirty end, and then that screws right onto your bag. Cinch that down tight. Now we have 2 options here. So if I want, I can just hang this up from, again, a tree limb or a tripod or whatever, and this will begin to gravity flow. So just to show you, so if I'm busy doing other stuff, I'm setting up camp, I'm building a fire, whatever, using that piece of cordage that I showed you, I'll just hang that from, maybe I'll make a little tripod if I want to hang it close to a fire so that my water warms up, or to keep it from freezing, hang it from a tree branch or whatever, and I will just let this go at its own, kind of a slower gravity flow rate, a slow drip. The other option you can do is, I'll put this down in here and try to turn it, you can see, is I'm going to squeeze this bag. So if you can see what I'm doing with my hands, I'm squeezing the bag, and I'll pull that up out of there and show you. So if I squeeze the bag, you can see how much more the water flow is. And you see that there? So if I'm in a hurry and I just want to get back on the trail because I'm hiking, I can use my hands to apply pressure again. See what I'm doing here? I'm rolling this down, squeezing, and that is going to give me my water faster. But for the most part, when I get water, you know what, I'll take a snack break, or I might be building a little fire or whatever, and I'm just going to let this gravity flow. Hang this cord up over something and let it go at its own pace, even though it's just a slower. Get my hands warmed by a little fire or whatever. And when that's done, and just put everything back away in the kit. This, or refill this if I am not going to be near water for a while. Like right now, where the creeks are still pretty low, I can go ahead and fill this again, hang it off my belt, put my filter and everything away, and be off. And so you guys can see, that is cold, and that is delicious. And again, other options, I have my canteen cup to put right over the fire. I have my canteen to set right in a fire. So I always have the boiling option if I need to. Something goes wrong with my filter, or I don't want to use a filter because I'm going to go ahead and make hot cocoa, for instance. I've got cocoa with me. I just scoop my water up, probably use my bandana because there was a few little bugs in it, and put that right on the flames, and good to go. So there it is, guys. That is our water purification kit for our old school fanny pack survival kit. Again, the Hydro Blue water filter, the little CNOC bags, I've been using those out here for years. I've dropped the bags. I've never had one leak or puncture. I've never had the filter plug. And again, you know, during the summer, they let the cattle out here. So I have drank out of some of the yuckiest, even smelliest water holes you can imagine, and I have never gotten sick. So I know those filters work great. And again, carry some kind of a stainless steel water bottle, canteen, you know, a little drinking cup or canteen cup, whatever, with you, so that you have a backup way to purify water. And again, this gives you something to cook in, pine needle tea, hot cocoa, if you bring like some ramen noodle soup, whatever. I got my little Esbit stove inside that kit. So we will still do a video using the cooking part of this kit, and I can show you how I use this over fire. This is the updated Pathfinder cup, which I really like. It has the D-rings on the back. Let's see if I can... This isn't quite the right size, but just to show you, it has the D-rings on the back so that you can take a little bit larger branch than this and slide it in here and sit that out in your fire, and then you have a way, you have a handle to retrieve it from the fire without getting burned. It's kind of a cool setup, and I'll show you how I actually use that in an upcoming video. So Dan at Ochco Bushcraft, guys, hope you're enjoying this series. If you haven't, please go back and watch part 1. We did the whole entire loadout. 2, we used the shelter kit and made a shelter. 3, fire. 4, water. I think we'll go ahead and use the little cooking kit next, and then after that, maybe by then we'll start getting a little snow out here, and that's what I'm looking forward to for my overnighter, as I would love to do the overnighter with the fanny pack in the snow if possible. Dan at Ochco Bushcraft, please subscribe to the channel and take care, everybody.